I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncers' guilt rings.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
That's David Adley. This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm joined by Hamzah Sheeraz, who's dripped out. Obviously, Frank's paying big bills.
That's it, man. I'm doing my thing, Umar. How are you, bro?
I'm very well, thank you. How was Dubai?
It was good. It was good. It was needed. Nice little break. Sorted a few things out there, and here we are back here, freezing, man. It's cold, isn't it?
Bit of a reality check, but you'll be in the sun soon. I know you're going to LA to start camp this week.
No, I'm going on the 28th. 20th, so end of the month after Ramadan finishes. I'll be straight over there, man. I'm clucking for it now, man. I ain't been there for a while. This is the longest I've been in the UK after my fight, so yeah, I'm chomping at the bit, Umar.
Is LA like home away from home now?
It is, but I know when I go there, it's all strictly business. So I know I go there, and once I land there, it's all about work. It's all about work, grinding, just perfecting my craft, and just becoming a better fighter and a better person day by day.
Clearly, we saw in that performance with River Wilson Bent the developments in yourself. Do you feel like if you had stayed in the UK and not made the move to LA rather, that perhaps it'd be a lesser Hamzah Sheeraz we're seeing in a ring right now?
No, 100%. It would be a lesser Hamzah Sheeraz. I'm not saying I'd be totally crap or shit or whatnot. I'm saying I'd probably plateau at a certain level. But I'm glad I got out there because you're forever learning. Do you know what I mean? You're forever learning out there, and it's a great journey. I'm on the cuff of becoming something within the sport in terms of winning like British titles and whatnot. So let's just see how it goes. I'm taking it day by day, and hopefully I'll be a world champion, bro.
Yeah, I think you are on the cusp. I mean, we saw Ammo Williams is touted as one of the hottest prospects in world boxing. Have not a tough fight against River Wilson Bent, but obviously went rounds and River was giving him something to think about. You disposed of River very quickly, so are you starting to show the levels, you believe, off that performance with Ammo?
I'd say 100%. I don't want to dwell on it too much though, and you can't take too much from the Ammo fight because styles makes fights at the end of the day. But listen, Ammo got the win, and he's definitely someone I'd love to share the ring with. And if he's in my way of becoming a 160-pound champion, then he has to get dealt with. But he's with Matchroom, so whether that will happen anytime soon, I highly doubt it. But like you said, what I've took from that fight is that he's a very, very beatable guy.
Well, maybe it will happen for a unification down the line. Who knows?
Maybe one day. Let's see.
We know Denzel Bentley's in action this weekend against Kieran Smith. Firstly, how do you expect that fight to play out? Do you know much about Kieran?
I know a little bit about him. He's a very correct fighter. He's slick. He's long. He likes to box. He's had a good amateur pedigree. But do I see him causing Denzel any problems? Really and truly, no. I see Denzel disposing of him 6 to 8 rounds. I reckon he'll get rid of him. But at the end of the day, you can't really overlook these fighters. You know what I mean? You can't really overlook them. You got to go in there, go about your business, and do your thing. But listen, it's a great fight. It's a great fight for the 160-pound domestic division, and I'll be definitely keeping a close eye on it.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. I know you're going out to LA, so you're starting camp for a date in the summer, I guess. That will be the case. Is it too early to put you and Denzel in together? What I mean by that is probably you want it, where it can pay off for a house or something. You want it a little bit down the line. How do you feel about that with you and Denzel?
Listen, I suppose as a fighter, if I'd fight him right now, I'd fight him tomorrow or whatever. But I think, like you said, I saw Frank done an interview. I think it was a week ago or something like that, and he goes that fight's bigger than the British level, which I believe it is. So whether that's for a world title eliminator or one of us wins a world title and defends it against one another on British soil, let's see how it plays out. But listen, I'm telling you, like, within the Frank Warren Promotions, I want to be the 160-pound, like the king of the 160-pound within Frank Warren Promotions, because listen, you've got Nathan Heaney and you've got Denzel Bentley and you've got myself. There's only 3 of us. Really and truly, they're easy fights to make. I understand you've got to look at the business perspective and things, but I'm sure if one of them doesn't make sense now, the other one will. Do you know what I mean? So even Nathan Heaney, I've said it before, I'll go to Stoke, bro. I'll fight him in Stoke.
Do you think they will take that fight, Team Heaney?
He's a good fighter. That's what I'm saying. He's a good fighter, and after his last performance, he's just put him on a higher pedestal as well. So I don't know. I'm not sitting here saying, I need to fight him now. I want to fight. The only reason I want to fight him is because he's with Frank Warren, and it should be, really and truly, it should be an easy fight to make. Whether it will be is another question, but listen, if that's not the case, I'm not complaining. I won't sit here and spit my dummy out and cry. I'll go about my business, and if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't.
Hamzah, do you know yet with your fight date whether you're going to headline or be on an undercard, etc.?
I don't know. I think we've got two options. I think one might be main eventing. This is all going by Frank's interview, and then the other one might be co-main eventing or be on undercard on a big one. So
I think we can guess that one probably.
Yeah. So it all depends really. What makes most sense for me, Umar. And yeah, let's see what I will gain most traction from. Whether, like I said, see what makes sense, and just see what makes me more recognised.
Well, the chief support, the one you're referring to, is obviously Usyk Dubois has been ordered, so if that fight gets over the line, well, it'll have to happen actually, unless he drops the belt. So that would be a big build to get on if you do get on that one.
Yeah, no, massive. It would be a good one for exposure as well, and I think on fights like that, the undercards are always good fights. They're not slightly favoured to one fighter or whatnot. They're always good fights. So, like I said, let's see how it plays out, and just chomping at the bit, man. I want to get to LA, want to get training, and give me a fight date. Let's go.
Hamzah, just before we close off, last time I spoke to you on camera, there was obviously a situation with yourself and Amir Khan, and both of you had choice words for each other. You've been to Dubai, where Amir is still, I believe. Was part of the thinking in going to Dubai to actually meet him, or were you just going for holiday?
Yeah, it was really and truly. It was to iron out the issue, and it's all been done. We've got some good family and brothers over there who helped us resolve the issue. Spoke to him, and that's a thing of the past now, Umar. That's a thing of the past. Like I said, I've always respected him, and he's a good guy, man. He really, truly is a good guy, and he's someone who hopefully moving forward now I can get help off, get advice off, and just to a good future.
So I'm guessing there was a mutual understanding from both of you about the words that you said about each other.
Yeah, no, there was. It was literally people just shit staring in between. That's what it boiled down to. Just people talking shit, really and truly. Unfortunately, I've learned that's the way of the world now. Love beats all at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? Love beats all, and we resolved everything. But it's just one of them things, isn't it? Like once we sat down with each other, we understood like what the issue actually was. There wasn't actually an issue. That's the thing. But yeah, like I said, it's a thing of the past now, and moving forwards, we're good.
Take any lessons from that situation?
Massive. I took loads of lessons, bro. I've said it. Don't think with a hot head. And when you do hear like rumours and whatnot, just go directly to the source. Ask them like, this is what's been said. Like, is it true? Is it not? But yeah, I think I'm young. I've got a lot of maturing to do. Life lessons as well at the end of the day. So like I said, in the future I can use this as a reference point when I'm giving someone else advice, and I can say, yo, this I'll give you some views as well. Don't worry, my IFL. I say, go look at that interview and don't ever do something like that in your life.
For both of you, if you were misfed information, obviously I don't know exactly what's happened, but if you were both misfed information, then I'm sure he can understand why you said some things, and you can understand why he. Yeah.
Vice versa, exactly. And like I said, it's a thing of the past. We can't dwell on it too much. He said, she said, or what was even said. To be fair, just forgive and forget. Really and truly, nothing physical was really done. So it's all right, innit?
That blockbuster fight's off then.
It's off.
Just people want to know as well, when you saw each other in Dubai, like who approached who and how was that? Was it a little bit awkward?
When I got there, he spoke to my father beforehand, and then he messaged me. He reached out to me. He said, "Meet me here." Blah blah blah. And I said, "All right, no, but I don't have a chip on my shoulder." I said, "Perfect, no problem." And then I went there. When we saw him, it was cool, man. It was because we knew really and truly what we was there for, to resolve it. And it was all right, man. Like I keep saying, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Like, I mean, after all that, he was still like giving me advice and everything. And you know, I keep saying, I can go back to him or ask him for anything. I need any advice or anything in the future, really and truly. So yeah, happy days.
Okay, Hamzah, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy a big night at the Copper Box tomorrow with Joyce and Zhang. Safe travels to LA, and we'll catch up soon.
Umar, thank you so much. Yeah.
Ledge. Lovely.
Refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,